feel we should have got 40 acres and a mule when they freed us?
We ain't never been free.
Oh, man. That's some
Free what? Free to do what?
That's some
Free to go get a white man's job and go watch some football and watch some basketball and buy a little old jewelry? Free? Free to do what? You don't make no law. You don't manufacture nothing. You don't produce nothing. So where's your freedom at? And if the Negro don't have that white boy, he in trouble. He don't know how to eat. He don't know how to eat. The only way he don't know how to eat, he got to go fill out the application. They got to go get that job. Got to stay on that job and do what the master said do.
So giving us 40 acres would have been giving us too much power back then.
They ain't gonna give you shit.
That's
Why?
right.
They ain't gave you nothing in all these years. They give an immigrant or a refugee more than they get slave descent. Now they might give you something because you got a Nigerian. You considered an immigrant. I go up there and ask them something, well, yeah, I'll give you shit. You gotta still take what you want. Fuck you. Excuse me, ma'am, I'm sorry.
No, please.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, but they ain't give you nothing. They ain't giving you nothing when they give you 40 acres and a mule. They come over here and took this land from the Indians. Now how they gonna give me something? This God's land. God put this land here for man. You done gathered it all up. Now you gonna dictate to what you gonna do on it too, that 1700 law? Man, that shit don't work no more. Everybody over here now. Every tongue is in America. America's Babylon.
All right, shalom, shalom. Back for another quick hit. And first and foremost, as always, before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the head apostles / elder bishops of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well. Peace, blessings, and safety to all you sincere Akim. Keep pushing, keep believing, and keep the faith, regardless of whether people hear or whether they forbear. All right, I'm going to start off with the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, and verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast and refused to let them go. All right, we are yet this day in our captivity. Okay, our people, all right, the children of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, all right, they believe that they're free. They believe that because, you know, maybe you have your own house, maybe you got a nice car, all right, maybe you got a, you know, 6-figure salary, okay, for your job, whatever it is, all right, you think that you on top of the world, you living, all right. This is not living. We are still in captivity yet till this day. All right. It says that all that took them captives held them fast and refused to let them go. All right. We are not free yet. Okay. A free man doesn't have to get permission from his enemy to leave land, all right, to leave his country. All right. Free man doesn't have to get a social security, a birth certificate, all right, a license for everything. You have to get a license to operate a motor vehicle. You have to get a license to quote unquote marry a woman, all right, which in the Bible sex is marriage, okay, but we're not free. You have to go to your enemy for everything in want of all things, all right. You have to go to him for food, for shelter, all right. If you don't go and work in his system, all right, if you don't go and work in the system, then you won't have anything. So you are still captive. You're still a slave. You just have a little bit more, I'm not even gonna call them rights, but a little bit more perks, all right? Pretty much just to keep you satisfied, essentially, is what it is. Let's get Deuteronomy, all right, 28 and 48, because this all goes back to the curses, all right? Deuteronomy 28 and 48, it says, therefore, thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. All right, now we know this happened, all right, during the time of the transatlantic slave trade. All right, but, you know, the first part of that, okay, we are still serving our enemies, all right, those that hate us. All right, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, they're constantly looking for ways to oppress, constantly looking for ways to destroy, all right, and we're still in their hand, Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. All right, they still, they doing all these things. All right, they're doing all these things to pretty much make it difficult. That guy, he said in the video, he said an immigrant can come over here, all right, and they can get all kind of grants and all these different things, all right, but a descendant of a slave, okay, it's nothing for you, all right, it's nothing for you. And once again, that's because of the curses, all right. Once again, Deuteronomy 28th chapter, we are still yet this day in our captivity, all right, but that time of deliverance is getting ready to come. Okay, it says Isaiah 10 and 20, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, all right, the elect, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, escape all the destruction, because that's what the Lord is coming to do, to destroy this wicked, sinful kingdom. It says, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. All right. So Lord's will, we're going to be that number that is not staying upon the one that smote us, which is Esau. All right. Even the other nations, they know that this is our captivity. This is Isaiah chapter 14. All right. Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 16 to 17. All right. Going into the destruction of the king of Babylon, the oppressor. All right. The Lord is going to destroy his power structure. I'll get that right quick, actually. All right. Isaiah 14 and 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how has the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord has broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He that smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. All right, you notice it's talking about Esau, even the so-called white man. All right, skipping down to verse 16, it says, that they see, it says, they that see thee narrowly shall look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. All right. And we are those prisoners. We are still, all right, here, all right, in the hands of our enemies, of Esau, Edom. All right. All according to the curses. Baruch chapter 3 and verse 8. Let's get that. Okay. It reads, it says, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us. All right. We're still scattered. All right, because the children of Israel are not going to be back in the Holy Land until Yahushua returns. All right, Jeremiah the 23rd chapter. All right, it says where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our God. All right, so we are still scattered. All right. And we are a reproach and a curse. Reproach, let's get the definition on that. All right, so it means, reproach, it means, it says to address someone in such a way as to express disapproval or disappointment. All right, that's how the people look at us. All right, all the nations that are here in Babylon and around the earth look down on us because we've been portrayed in this negative light. All right, Esau, Edom. All right, he's the one that's pretty much been putting out this negative image of us in media, all right, putting us out to be, nothing but thugs and drug dealers, and our women are whores, all this stuff. This is all part of the curses, all right? We're reproaching a curse and subject to payments. All right, most Jakes are living check to check, all right? Perpetual poverty, okay? The ghettos, the hoods, the barrios, the reservations, all right, and this is all according to the iniquity of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our God. All right, because it was not meant to be this way. All right, let's get a little more. All right, also, all right, Isaiah 42 and 22. Okay, it says, but this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth. For a spoil, and none saith restore. So exactly what that guy said. All right, they're completely robbed and spoiled. Okay, and this is all to Jacob, Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. All right, Okay, it says they're snared in holes, they're hid in prison houses. Where's the biggest, largest prison population? Right here in America, the daughter of Babylon. All right, and who's mostly in there? All right, Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. It says they are for a prey, and none delivereth. No one has saved us from the hands of Esau. It says for a spoil, meaning everything was robbed and stolen. All right, from the children of Israel, and none saith restore. All right, so nobody, they ain't gonna get no 40 acres and a mule. That guy, he said it. He said they ain't gonna give you shit. All right, that's what he said, and he's right, because that's according to prophecy. It's according to the curses. That's how we know the people of the 1948ers. All right, they can't be the people. All right, they're the richest people on the earth. They run everything, the media, Hollywood. All right, and then you got Babylon the Great sending them millions of dollars. All right, millions and millions of our tax dollars. All right, where is that in the scriptures? Where is that in the prophecies? All right, that all the nations would rise up to help the Israelites. It ain't in there. Psalm chapter 10. This is our hope right here in verse 17. Okay, it says, Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, thou hast heard the desire of the humble, that will prepare their heart, that will cause thine ear to hear. All right, that's what's happening now. We're hearing, all right, that the Lord has given us ears to hear, eyes to see, all right, and a heart to understand. It says, to judge the fatherless and the oppressed, that the man of the earth may no more oppress. All right, that's what we're hoping for. All right, that's what our hope is in. We hope that the Lord is getting ready to come and take down, all right, the wicked. All right, so we're crying out to the Lord. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, are his wayward doctrines and philosophies, pushing feminism on our women, telling them that they don't need a man. All right, that's one of the major ones. That was a huge downfall to the Jake communities. All right, taking the father out of the household. It says, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. All right, the guy, he said it at the end. He said, everybody's here. This is Babylon. All right, he said it. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him? And that's what we're doing. We're taunting them with their history, all right, with their wickedness. Okay, the evil of their forefathers. All right, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. All right, that man, he said, and that means going into debt. That man said, he said, Salaki, hang on one sec. I'm thinking about too many things at once. Their children shall complain, Sirach, of an ungodly father, something like that. Okay, yep, here it is, Sirach 41:7. All right. So anyways, I'm going to go back. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? To him that ladeth himself with thick clay. All right, so we're taunting them, bring out these prophecies. Look at all the stuff the wicked has done, right? We're taunting him with these parables. All right, a taunting proverb. Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, because everything that they have is stolen. All right, they got it through grape, bloodshed, robbery, spoil, okay, deletion. That's how they got their wealth. All right, and they're still benefiting off of that today. All right, and they hate that we're bringing it up. Sirach 41:7. It says, the children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake. All right, the whole world is looking at them with a side eye, like, yeah, you guys are the wicked, the devil. It's very popular right now to hate on the so-called white man. All right, but that's because the Lord is exposing their sins. All right, as it says in Jeremiah, the 49th chapter. All right, it says, actually, matter of fact, I got another. Let's go ahead and get that right quick. Lamentations 4, and we'll get in the NLT. All right, once again, all their sins, their wickedness is being exposed. All right, scrolling down at the end, Lamentations 4:21. Are you rejoicing in the land of Uz, O people of Edom? All right, you having fun, you enjoying your rulership, you're enjoying being able to oppress and getting away with it. But you too must drink from the cup of the Lord's anger. You too will be stripped naked in your drunkenness. O beautiful Jerusalem, okay, you Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, your punishment will end. You will soon return from exile. But Edom, so-called white man, your punishment is just beginning. Soon your many sins will be exposed. All right, that's exactly what's happening. Okay, we're taunting them with all their wickedness. All right, it says, verse 7, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? That's what's getting ready to happen. Everything they've done is getting ready to come back upon them. It says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, and of the city, and of all that dwell therein. All right, so that's what they're afraid of. All right, because that's the time that we're coming into. So let's get this right quick. Psalm chapter 10 and verse. Actually, hang on. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of. Maybe thinking of 7. All right. Yep, here it is. Okay, Psalm chapter 7 and verse 14. Behold, he travaileth with iniquity, and hath conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood. He made a pit and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come upon his own pate. I will praise the Lord according to his righteousness, and will sing praise to the name of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Most High. All right, but his violent dealing shall come upon his own pate. That's what's getting ready to happen. That's what they're afraid of. That's why they hate these prophecies being pushed out. All right. So James chapter 5, let's get that next. All right, James chapter 5 and verse 1 says, go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, your garments are moth eaten, your gold and silver is cankered. All right. And the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Verse 4. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields. All right, we are the laborers, the servants, which is of you, kept back by fraud. All right, you have these CEOs, all right, these Edomites, they are living in complete wealth and riches, you know, buying their teenagers $80,000 cars and all the finest things in life, taking vacations to Greece and Italy, all over the world, right? Okay. And how are they doing that? Because they're holding back, all right, they're holding back the just due that should be given to the laborers, the ones that are actually doing the work. You know, while the people out here working 40 hours a week can barely afford food and groceries, you're living in complete luxury, just throwing money away. It says, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. All right, and that's what's happening. So our cries, we're crying out to the Lord, deliver us, because this devil has us in captivity. It's only about to get worse. All right, inflation is rising up, and it doesn't have to. It's just because they're greedy. All right, Psalm chapter 12 and verse 5. For the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy, now will I arise, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. I will set him in safety from him that puffeth at him. All right, because these devils, they're very proud. All right, they speak very proudly about their wickedness. Okay, Psalms chapter 123 and verse 4. Our soul is exceedingly filled with the scorning of those that are at ease, and with the contempt of the proud. All right, they're constantly talking trash, making fun of slavery. They're very arrogant and proud about their wickedness. A lot of them, they flat out brag about it. All right, this is Psalm chapter 73 and verse 8. It says, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. All right, they speak wickedly concerning oppression. They know that what they've done is evil, and they say, what do they say? They say, get your bootstraps on, tie up your bootstraps, get to work, quit being lazy. All right, when literally all of their wealth came from grape, spoil. It says, I'm gonna read it again. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. Concerning oppression, they speak loftily, which means proud. They're very proud and arrogant. All right, but hey, once again, the Lord has a different plan, and we come to declare it, to prophesy of the evils that are getting ready to come upon them. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 61 and verse 1. I'm going to close out with this. It says, the Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, is upon me, because Yahweh hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted and to proclaim liberty to the captives and the opening of the prison to them that are bound. All right, America, Babylon, this is our prison. All right, but this prison is getting ready to be destroyed and opened up. All right, and the captives are getting ready to be set free. Verse 2, it says, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of vengeance of our power, of our God, to comfort all that mourn. All right, so that day of vengeance, this is part of the gospel. All right, you can't have the good news, you can't have deliverance without the vengeance. And this is what the Lord is getting ready to do. But once again, right now, we are still yet this day in our captivity. So, pray diligently, all right, and work to make your calling and election sure. And Lord's will, you be that number that's delivered out of this prison, all right, and receive salvation from the destruction that the Heavenly Father is going to bring upon this place. But with that being said, Lord will, it was edifying to the elect. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash, Shalom, and a Bible ball. One day closer. Shalom.